The dark side of psychology, 10 tricks that should be illegal. Hey guys, it's Daily Read Motivation Hub. Ever felt like someone was messing with your head? Like maybe your boss convinced you to work late again? Or that salesperson talked you into buying something you totally didn't need? That, my friends, could be dark psychology in action. It's like this whole hidden world of psychological tricks that people use every single day to get what they want. So, in this video, we're going to expose 10 of the most insane dark psychology tricks out there. Stuff that's so effective, it should probably be illegal. Let's get into it. Small favors, big manipulation. Imagine this. You're at a party and this guy, let's call him Chad, comes up to you all smiles and charm. He starts chatting you up, and before you know it, he's asking you to watch his dog for a whole week while he goes on a ski trip. You're about to say, heck no, Chad. But then he changes his tune. He's like, actually, you know what? Maybe you could just water my plants while I'm gone. That's the door in the face technique. Chad started with an outrageous request, something he knew you'd probably refuse, but then bam, he hits you with a smaller, more reasonable request. So next time someone hits you with a crazy request followed by a smaller one, beware. They might be trying to play you with this sneaky little trick. The art of almost telling the truth. Have you ever noticed how people love to correct others? It's like this weird instinct we have. We can't resist jumping in with the right answer, even if nobody asked us. And you know what? Manipulators know this, and they use it to their advantage. This is where the slightly wrong technique comes in. Let's say you're at work and your coworker, we'll call her Brenda, is trying to get some dirt on you. She might casually mention something about that project you're working on, but she'll get a tiny detail wrong, like she might say, oh, I heard that deadline got pushed back to next Friday, when you know for a fact it's actually Thursday. Now, you could just let it slide. But Brenda's counting on your instinct to correct her, and the second you open your mouth to say, actually, it's Thursday, boom, she's got you. You've just confirmed something she wasn't even sure about. So next time you hear something that sounds a little off, don't be so quick to jump in with a correction. You might just be walking right into their trap. The sneaky foot in the door tactic. This next trick is all about getting you to say yes without even realizing what you're agreeing to. It's called the foot in the door technique, and it's surprisingly effective. Let's say you're walking down the street and someone approaches you with a clipboard. They ask if you have a minute to sign a petition for saving the rainforest. Seems harmless enough, right? So you sign your name. But here's the thing. They've just gotten their foot in the door. Now that you've agreed to this small request, you're way more likely to agree to a bigger one. So 5 minutes later, when they ask if you'd like to donate $10 to their Save the Rainforest organization, you're more inclined to say yes. This technique works because of something called cognitive dissonance. Our brains hate it when our actions don't match our beliefs. So once we've agreed to something, even if it's small, we're more likely to keep agreeing to things that align with that initial decision. Be wary of those seemingly harmless requests. They might just be the first step in a much larger manipulation. The comfort zone conspiracy. Let's talk about the power of familiarity. Ever notice how you're more likely to trust someone you see all the time, even if you don't really know them? Like that barista who always makes your coffee just right. Well, guess what? That feeling of familiarity can be weaponized. Advertisers use this all the time. They bombard you with the same ad over and over again until their product becomes like a familiar face in the crowd. And guess what? The next time you're at the store, you're more likely to reach for that familiar brand. This is why cults are so good at what they do. They isolate people from their friends and family, and then they surround them with their own members. Over time, the cult leader becomes the most familiar face in their world, and their teachings start to feel like the only truth. The key takeaway here is this. Just because someone feels familiar doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart. Don't let the comfort zone lull you into a false sense of security. Always be mindful of who you're letting into your circle of trust. The sneaky power of mirroring. Have you ever been talking to someone and you notice that they're like totally copying your every move? Like you cross your legs and they cross theirs. It's kind of creepy, right? Well, that's called mirroring, and it's a classic tactic in the dark psychology playbook. When someone is intentionally mirroring you, it's usually because they're trying to build rapport. They want you to like them, to trust them, to feel like you're on the same wavelength. And the crazy thing is, it totally works. When someone mirrors our body language, it sends a subconscious signal to our brains that we're in sync with them. So, next time you're talking to someone, pay attention to their body language. Are they subtly mimicking your movements? If so, they might be trying to mirror their way into your good graces. Silence is golden and manipulative. We live in a world that's obsessed with filling every silence. Like if there's even a millisecond of dead air in a conversation, we feel this urge to jump in and say something, anything to keep the words flowing. But here's a secret. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is shut up. Silence can be a weapon. It's like a psychological pressure cooker that forces people to confront their own thoughts and feelings. When you're talking to someone and you hit them with a well-placed pause, it creates this awkward tension. And that tension, well, it has to go somewhere. So what usually happens is the other person starts talking. They spill their guts, they reveal their secrets, they say things they never intended to say. This is why negotiators and interrogators use silence so effectively. They ask a question and then they just sit there, patiently waiting for the other person to crack. So next time you're in a conversation, don't be afraid to embrace the silence. You might be surprised at what you can learn. The 5-second rule that hacks your brain. Let's be real, we all procrastinate sometimes. But here's the thing. There's a super simple trick that can help you break free from the shackles of procrastination, and it all comes down to the number 5. 5 seconds. That's all it takes to trick your brain into taking action. Here's how it works. The next time you find yourself putting something off, count down from 5 in your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then as soon as you hit 0, just do it. Don't think about it, don't question it, just take action. This technique works because it short-circuits the part of your brain that's responsible for overthinking and making excuses. When we act impulsively, we bypass that whole process. So, next time you're staring at that pile of laundry or dreading that gym session, remember the power of 5. Count down, and then take action. You might be surprised at how much easier it is to get things done when you don't give yourself time to talk yourself out of it. More than just a word. Have you ever noticed how good it feels when someone remembers your name? Like you're at a party and you meet a million people and then someone comes up to you and says, "Hey, your name, it was so great to meet you." Well, that's because our names are more than just words. They're deeply tied to our sense of identity. Manipulators know this and they use it to their advantage. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how salespeople always make a point of using your name? It's like they're trying to establish a personal connection. And here's the thing, it works. When someone uses our name, it triggers this subconscious feeling of validation. So next time you're talking to someone, pay attention to how often they use your name. The key is to be aware of the tactic so you can spot it when it's being used on you. The art of the grey rock. Let's talk about bullies. We all know the type. They thrive on drama, they feed off of your emotional reactions, and they'll stop at nothing to get a rise out of you. But here's the thing. The most effective way to deal with a bully is to not give them what they want. It's like starving a fire by cutting off its oxygen supply. And the best way to do that is to become a master of non-reactivity. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a smooth grey rock. No matter what the bully throws at you, insults, threats, passive-aggressive comments, you remain unfazed, you don't engage, you don't react, you just exist in your state of serene indifference. When someone is pushing our buttons, our instinct is to fight back, to defend ourselves. But trust me, the less you react, the less power they have over you. So, the next time you find yourself facing off against a bully, remember the power of the grey rock. Take a deep breath, center yourself, and let their negativity wash over you without leaving a trace. The magic word that gets you everything. This last one is a game changer. It's a single word that can dramatically increase your chances of getting what you want. And that word is because. Yes, you heard that right, because. It's like a magic spell that unlocks people's compliance centers. When someone gives you a reason for their request, even if it's a flimsy reason, you're more likely to say yes. For example, imagine you're in line at the grocery store and someone asks if they can cut in front of you. If they just say, "Can I cut in front of you?" you're probably going to be like, no. But if they say, "Can I cut in front of you because I'm in a hurry," you're way more likely to say yes. So next time you need to ask for something, remember the power of because. Give people a reason, any reason, and watch how much more receptive they become. Outro, stay woke, my friends. So there you have it, 10 dark psychology tricks that are so effective they should probably be illegal. But now that you're in the know, you can spot these tactics a mile away and protect yourself from being manipulated. Remember, knowledge is power, and now you're armed with the knowledge to navigate the world with confidence and awareness. If you found this video eye-opening, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. Let's spread the awareness and help each other stay one step ahead of the manipulators. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay woke.